Hello?
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
Reboots, sequels, requels, they're all hard to execute well. Everyone wants something different, and if those desires aren't met, then sometimes things in fandom can get messy. Scream is here to maniacally cackle in the face of fan disdain for rehashes that dare attempt to reinvent their precious IP. And maybe some folks will be a little bit mad at that, but it's hard to stay angry when the material is just so good.
I've seen this movie before.
Not this movie, Sydney.
The return to Woodsboro is a bloody one. If you're thinking, duh, Amelia, this is a slasher, I get you. But understand that Scream takes violence to the next level. It's not since Scream that Scream has been so vicious with its kills. They address the title thing, it's very funny. Still doesn't make us sound less silly while talking about it.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Every single one of the gruesome maimings and murders is well earned, and Ghostface is trickier than ever as he works his way through his victims. When Wes Craven died in 2015, some wondered if we would, or even should, see another Scream. But the DNA of his franchise is on full display here, and there was perhaps no better team to take over directing duties than Radio Silence. Their reverence for Scream clearly shows, but this new chapter also manages to be a completely unique addition. Writers James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick crafted expert-level dialogue for the whole of the cast, with one-liners from the Meeks-Martin twins being particular standouts.
Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott, of course I have a gun.
If you've seen any of their previous movies, you should already know that Neve Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox all kill their returns as Sydney, Dewey, and Gale. While the original three crush the fresh material they're given, it's the new cast that does most of the heavy lifting here. While the concept of ushering in a new generation is often the point of these kinds of films, it's not always well executed, but you don't have to worry about that with Scream. Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega are both incredibly believable as the Carpenter sisters, and Mason Gooding is a fun addition as Chad Meeks-Martin. But it really is the season of Jasmine Savoy Brown. Whether it's as one of the most compelling characters in Yellow Jackets or as Mindy Meeks-Martin in Scream, she's redefining the meaning of Scream Queen in every role she takes on. What about Jack Quaid, you wonder? Of course Jack Quaid is great. He's hilarious and as charming as ever. There's not a bad performance in the bunch, is what I'm saying.
I'll be right back.
He's dead.
Being meta is hot right now, but there truly is no one out there doing it like the Scream franchise. You too, Deadpool. Scream goes harder into the meta commentary than its predecessors, but in a way that works every single time. This film takes off the gloves when it comes to mocking toxic fandom. It's here to roast anyone who has ever threatened a creator over art within an inch of their lives, and every single second of it is delicious. Elevated horror, folks? Don't think you're safe from a poke or two either. This rebootquel continues the Scream trend of punching above its weight and punching up at anything that could benefit from being a little bit more humble. Perhaps the most successful, and certainly the most impressive aspect of this new entry is that it leaves you excited for a future that may not even require Sidney Prescott's involvement. No one wants to see any of the big three go, and you won't find their fates in this review. But Scream accomplishes the dang near impossible task of laying the groundwork for a future that may be completely removed from its original key players in a way that audiences can be excited for. Every single explanation that justifies these statements is a spoiler, so you're just gonna have to trust me until you can see Scream for yourself.
You ready for this? Never.
The latest addition to the Scream franchise expertly blends reverence for the source material while creating something that feels almost completely new. All of the performances are pitch perfect as the new generation of Woodsboro teens step into their futures, the kills are gnarly, and no version of toxic fandom is left unmocked. For more, check out our reviews of The Black Phone and Halloween Kills. And for everything else, stick with IGN.
Sam, I want you to help us kill him. You want me to help you and the host of a morning show commit murder, correct?
Yeah.